Alright, hey guys, we're going to do sequences today, arithmetic to be exact. And arithmetic is going to deal with differences. And differences we get from adding and subtracting. So we're going to use the pattern adding and subtracting. Here's your formula. Now in the state formula, I think it's written a little different. I think it's written this way with the D in the background. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back. Now, like I said, the state formula is going to have the D at the end, and D is going to be for difference. Let's go ahead and fill that in. A1 in the formula is going to represent first term. N is going to be term number. And AN is going to be value of term. Okay, so let's start with our first example. We have 16, 19, 22, 25, 3 dots means, etc., etc. So I would ask myself, how do I get from 16 to 19? That's right, we're adding 3 every time. Can we test that? 19 plus 3 is 22, and 22 plus 3 is 25. So 3 is probably our difference. So when it comes to writing the formula, I'm going to go AN equals A1, which is our starting term, because this was first, second, third, fourth. So first term 16, so 16 plus, let's see here, difference, I'm using mine, so 3, and then we just simply put n minus 1. Okay, now sometimes you'll see this simplified, so in order to do that we need to, I'll do it over here on the side. We're going to distribute the 3. So distribute the 3, and we get 16 plus 3n minus 3. Combine like terms, so that's 13 plus 3n, or you might see it as 3n plus 13, same thing. Okay, so keep an eye out. These two equations are the same thing. You'll get the same answer. But for the sake of practice and since we're learning, I'm just going to stick with this formula. This says find the 12th term. So n is going to equal 12. Use your formula. So A, I'm going to put a little 12 here, equals 16 plus 3, 12 minus 1. 12, let's see, we got 16 plus 3, 12 minus 1 is 11. So 3 times 11 is 33. And then 16 plus 33 is 49. So the 12th term using this arithmetic sequence will be 49. This says which term is 40. That means we're looking for n. Okay, so 40 is going to go where the A12 is, or the AN I should say, because the AN is going to be the value of the term. So 40 equals 16 plus 3 n minus 1. Okay? So, as always, distribute. So 40 equals 16 plus 3n minus 3, combine like terms. Again, we get that 13 plus 3n. Subtract 13 from both sides. And we get 27 equaling 3n. Divide by 3, and the nth term is going to be 9. So the nth term is 40. Right. So let's flip to your worksheet. I'll do the same. Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning. So up here, explicit formula for arithmetic sequences. We're going to say AN equals A1 plus DN minus 1. And remember, A1 is the first term, and D is going to be difference. Okay? So, let's fill in these blanks. We're going to distribute, then combine like terms. So, I'm going to give you an arithmetic sequence, 5, 9, 13, 17, and we're going to fill in the rest of these boxes. So take a second, think about what's the difference between 5 and 9, 9 and 13, 13 and 17. 4, good. As always, the first term is going to be 5. Now, I'm going to show you something here. Remember, 5 came from the first term. A1 will always be the first term. 4 is the difference. And in order to get the difference, you can either A, just look at it, or B, take your second term and subtract your first. So 9 minus 5 is 4. And simply to check that, add 4 to each term, make sure you're going up by 4, and you're getting the result. 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 plus 4 is 17, etc., etc., etc. In fact, I'll put that, etc., etc. So, let's figure out a formula. AN equals 5 plus 4, and I'm simply substituting what I know. Okay, we're going to distribute. We're going to simplify this one. So 5 plus, whoopsie daisy, 4. Let me try that again. 4 n minus 4. Combine like terms. We're going to get 4n plus 1. And we're going to use this formula for the rest of our work. I'm going to tell you to find the 15th term. Okay, so we're looking for AN, but we do know N is 15. So use the formula and take a second to solve it. Alright, here we go. We're going to say A little 15 should equal 4 times 15 plus 1. 4 times 15 is 60, plus 1. My answer is 61. So this next one, I want you to tell me what term is the 97th for a value. Meaning if we went down the sequence, 97 is somewhere, I want to know what term. Okay? So pause the video, give it a shot. Alright, we're back. Remember, we're looking for n. We know this value to be 97, so let's plug it in our formula. 97 equals 4n plus 1. We're going to subtract 1 from both sides. We get, 96 equaling 4n. Divide by 4, and we get 24. 24. 24th term is going to be 97. Okay? Sounds like a leaf blower outside. So give this one a shot. 5, 2, negative 1, negative 4. Okay, use your notes from the previous problem. Yeah, you should pause the video by now. Alright, we're back. So, the difference here is, that's right, negative 3. Test it, and it works for every term. Simply subtracting 3 every time. So difference will be a negative 3. A1 in this case again is 5. So plug it all into your formula. AN equals 5 minus 3 this time, n minus 1. Distribute, we get 5 negative 3n plus 3. Combine like terms and we get an equaling negative 3n plus 8. We're going to use this formula to find the 27th term, and then the, oops, didn't mean to put that there, negative 100. What term value is negative 100? So again, we're looking for an here, and we know what n is, that's 27. We know the value to be negative 100, but we don't know what term it is. Let's go ahead and pause the video, try to knock this one out. Alright, we're back. So, plug in what you know. A little 27 there equals negative 3 times 27 plus 8. Multiply that, and I think we get negative 81. And then we're going to still add 8 to that, and we get negative 73. Ooh. Remember, that's when we're looking for the 27th term. Now this one we know the value, so we're going to make that negative 100 equal our equation for this sequence. And now we're looking for n, because we're looking for that term that has a value of a negative 100. Excuse me. So subtract 8 from both sides. We get negative 108 equaling negative 3n. Divide by negative 3. And we get 36. Now remember, this makes sense. When you're looking for n, n should be a positive number all the time because it's counting up. Okay, if this answer was a negative, that means we messed up somewhere. So let's look at this word problem. After the first day at work, Annie realized that she sent 127 emails. Each day, Annie's email count increased by 10. If she keeps this up, how many emails will she have sent after 3 weeks? Okay, so we know the difference. It's increasing by 10, so we'll put that there. Okay. Now, this is talking about each days, but they gave us 3 weeks. So we need to convert 3 weeks into days. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. There's 7 days in a week, so 7 times 3 is 21 days. Okay? Now that we have that number, we know we started off at 127, so let's put that right here. Now we can write a formula. So, AN equals, here I'll do it, now we'll put it right here. AN equals starting term, 127, plus the difference times n minus 1. Let's simplify this, so distribute the 10, minus 10, combine like terms, and we get 10n plus 117. So I'm going to put that right there. Formula is going to be AN equals 10n plus 117. This says after 3 weeks, so we're going to plug in that 21 days because we converted it to the terms we want. So A little 21, and we're going to go 10 times 21 plus 117. 10 times 21 is 210, plus again the 117. Combine that, we get 327. So 327 emails. Boom. Alright, so Now we're on the back of the worksheet. I've given you sequences, and I want you to find the arithmetic sequence for them, the function, the formula, in the simplest form. Simplify what you get. And toward the bottom there, you can see that we are going to be looking for find the nth term for each arithmetic sequence. So simply we're just plugging that in, solving. Then the bottom one says complete each statement. Those are some blanks. I need to give you some values for those blanks. No, I don't. You can solve it without me. So take a second, try to work on that worksheet, and then hit play again. Alright, let's check your work. I will go ahead and start listing some important information. Like our first term in this case would be 5. Our difference here should be 2. I'm adding 2 every time. Then I simply just plug it into the formula we've been working with. AN is going to be 5 plus 2 n minus 1. Distribute, we get 5 plus 2n minus 2. Combine like terms, we get 3 plus 2n. I'm going to write it a little differently. AN equals 2n plus 3. Number 2, again, first term is negative 4. The difference here is going to be a negative 1. And then we're just going to plug it in the formula again. AN equals first term, which is negative 4, minus 1, parentheses n minus 1. Distribute again. Negative 4 minus n plus 1. Combine like terms, and we get negative n minus 3, and this is this formula for this sequence. Alright, number 3. Again, first term is 10. The difference for this one is going to be 5. Good. So AN, first term, difference, n minus 1. Distribute 10 plus 5n minus 5. Subtract, we get 5n. Actually, combine like terms, we get 5n plus 5. Boom. Again, first term, negative 9. Difference is going to be 7 for this one. So plug it all in. AN. Negative 9 plus 7n minus 1. Distribute. Negative 9 plus 7n minus 7. Combine like terms, and we get negative 16, so 7n minus 16 is going to be this formula. Okay, let's keep going. Number 5. Again, first term is A1, equaling 23. Difference is going to be negative 3. Plug that into your formula. Distribute, and then bring it all together. 23 plus 3 is 26. Boop. Alright. Again, first term is 8. Difference, this one's a little weird, but it's going to be a negative 1.5. Again, you can take 6.5, subtract 8, and you would get negative 1.5. So, n is going to be 8 minus 1.5, n minus 1. Distribute. Go ahead and combine like terms, and we get negative 1.5 n plus 9.5. Cool. Should be getting better at these by now. Alright, the next one is just simply plug and play. So a little 9 equals negative 5 plus 4, okay, 9 minus 1. You can simply plug all that in your calculator, but I'm going to kind of whittle it down a little bit. 9 minus 1 is 8. What's 4 times 8? That's right, 32. So our answer is 27, A9. Boop. Next one. Again, simply plug in what's given. Little 29 next to that A equals 13 minus 5 over 2 times n minus 1. Okay. Oops. I know what n is. That's supposed to be 29. Minus 1. There we go. So, distribute. We get 13, let's see, 5 halves of 28. Let's get our calculator. Ooh. So, we got a negative 5 over 2 times 28. Negative 70. So 13 minus 70 equals negative 57. And this will be for the 29th term. Alright, I'm back. Let's try to finish this before y'all get in class. Oh boy. So, again, 9, simply plugging it in. So, a little 6 equals 3 minus 4, 6 minus 1. So again, 6 minus 1 is going to be 5. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. 3. Add it up and we get a negative 17. Alright. Again, plug in what you know. So negative 5. Difference is going to be 0.5. Put a 0.5 right there, because that's what a half is. And then 10 minus 1. Ooh, this one's going to be, this is going to be a fraction, guys. So, negative 5, you distribute. Now we got to subtract, so we get 0.5 times 9. So let's see what half of 9 is. Actually, I'm just going to plug all this in a calculator. Oop. So, negative 5 plus 0.5 parentheses 9 equals negative a half. Thank you, calculator. So, negative half for a to the 10. Alright. Complete each statement. 97 is the blank term of. So, in this case, we're looking for n. Okay. We do know what A1 is. That's going to be negative 3. We do know what the difference is. Looks like we're adding 4 every time. Okay, remember we're looking for these patterns. So, we know what our formula is going to be, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump the gun. Okay, so AN 97 should equal first term plus the difference times n minus 1. Okay, from here we're solving, so distribute. You get 4n minus 4. Combine like terms. We get 4n minus 7. And then from there, we're going to add 7 to both sides. And we get 104. We point 4 in. We're going to divide by 4. I'm sorry if you can hear the vacuum. We get 26. So our answer is 26th term. Again, we're looking for it. Oh boy, excuse me. So first term again is 14. And the difference here, we see some decimals here. So I'm sure it's going to be a negative because the numbers are going down. But look, get your calculator. Second term, 12.5 minus the first one, which is 14. And we're going to get negative 1.5. Okay, test it. Okay, let's punch in 12.5 and then subtract 1.5 from that, and we should get 11. And we do. And if you want to test it one more time, check the 9. And we do still get 9.5. So that's right for the difference. We know what the value is, so we're just going to plug it all in. Negative 10. First term's 14 minus 1.5. N minus 1. Again, we're looking for n. So distribute. This will be plus 1.5. So combine like terms. Let's see, we're adding 15.5 there. Subtract 15.5. Draw your line. That's like they're adding, so that'd be negative 25.5 equaling negative 1.5 n. Then divide by 1.5. Sorry, I got too many tick marks here. What's going on here? Divide by negative 1.5. And we get n equaling, beats me, let me get my calculator. So negative 25.5 all over a negative 1.5. 17. Boop. Almost done, guys. So, write the formula sequence that represents the following scenarios. After making his first deposit, Paul has $758 in his checking account. The next month, the balance is $836. The balance after the third month is $914. Okay, so we're looking at 758, 836, and 914 as a sequence so far. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, if we know our first term is 758, we can find our difference. Again, I would subtract the second, 836, by the first, 758. And we get 78. Okay, now plug in everything you know, and we can get a formula. So, let's see, I'm trying to find room here. We'll do it over here. So, AN equals first term plus the difference, n minus 1. Now I'm going to go ahead and simplify it for my formula space here. So distribute, we get 758 plus 78n minus 78. Combine like terms. I'm going to use my calculator again. 758 minus 78, and we get 680. Okay? So now I'm just going to transfer that over here to the formula. So AN equals 78n plus 680. Look how pretty that looks. 14. The table shows the number of people at school who caught the flu each month after the flu shot was given. Okay, so first 30, second month 25. Looks like it's going down, guys. What do you think it's going down by? 5, that's right. We are subtracting 5 every time. So minus 5 for difference. First term is 30. Plug in what you know. So distribute, we get 30 minus 5n plus 5. 35 minus 5n. an, plug it in, so an, negative 5n plus 35. Again, if you haven't been pausing the video to try these out, I wish you would do so. That's how you're going to get to learn this stuff. You only learn math if you do math. Okay? So go ahead and pause this video. And look, we're saying we're finding the indicated terms in each arithmetic sequence. Alright, we're back. I think we might call it quits over this section for today. So, I know what my first term is. That's going to be negative 3. I can find the difference here because it looks like I'm adding 6 every time. So difference 6. We're looking for the 15th term, so we're simply going to go straight to plugging it in. A1 is going to be negative 3 plus 6. N is 15 minus 1. Okay? So, negative 3 plus 6 times 14. I don't know what 6 times 14 is. We get 84. So, negative 3 plus 84 equals 81. Boop. Find the 38th term for 103, 99, 95. So again, I would list important information. First term is 103. The difference here, let's see, looks like we're subtracting 4 every time. So plug it all in. 38, so we're going to go A, tiny 38. Put 103 minus 4, parentheses, 38 minus 1. So that'll be 103 minus 4 times 37. I don't know what 4 times 37 is. So I'm going to pull my calculator out. And I'm going to go negative 4 times 37. And we get negative 48. 148, excuse me. It's 103 minus 148. Let's get my calculator back. So I'm going to go 103 minus 148. We get negative 45. Boop. Find the 43rd term. Again, important information. A1 is negative 124. The difference here is going to be, looks like we're adding 2 every time. So, 43, whoops, big A, little 43 equals negative 124 plus 2, n will be 43 minus 1. So negative 124 plus 2 times 42. See, I think that's going to be 84. Let's just go ahead and check. Of course it is. So negative 124 plus 84 equals, alright, let's get our calculator again. Negative 124 plus 84, negative 40. I hope these things are starting to get easier. This is basic algebra. You're just plugging in what you don't know and solving for what you want to find out. The first term is 6. Okay. The difference, common difference, is negative 4. Find the next 3 terms. Oh my gosh, I'm not even going to do any thinking here. 6. Subtract 4 from 6 and we get 2. Subtract 4 more. Subtract, and you just keep up that pattern. This says the first term is negative 7. Common difference is 3. Find the next 3 terms. Negative 4. Negative 1. 2. Easy. Oh, never mind. Now we got to do a formula. A1 is going to be 182. Difference. This time we're subtracting 6 every time. So A29, 182 minus 6. And nope, we know what n is. N is going to be 29. 29 minus 1. So that'll be 182 minus 6 times the 28. I don't know what that is. Get my calculator. 6 times 28. Forgot the negative, but I know the negative there. So negative 168. And that's going to equal, let's get our calculator again, 182 minus 168, 14. Whew. A29. Boom. We did it for the arithmetic sequence. Let me just make sure. Check your work. Yeah. We'll tackle this later. It'll be part 2.